Hi all. Today we are going to be doing a moving mindfulness or moving meditation. So you will need a little bit of space for this one. And essentially what we're going to be talking about is how when we move around and do things throughout our daily life, we are not always mindful about it. We're a lot of times on autopilot. So today we're just going to take a moment to slow down, really notice how things feel in our body. And this can be a great mindfulness if you're trying to get back in tune with your body, just trying to be a little bit more mindful about daily activities, or if you are somebody who suffers from anxiety or PTSD, because when we pay it more attention to our feet, as you might have seen in my ground through your feet video, that it also helps us feel more grounded in general. So today, this mindfulness is called Walk the Walk, and we will need a little bit of space to walk. And then at the end, I'm also going to give you some pointers about other ways you might be able to use this. So I'm going to read the card, as always, Walk the Walk, and then we're going to practice together, and then we'll have a short kind of one-sided discussion at the end. Physical movement, such as running, dancing, or active sports, brings us into the moment. When our attention is resting with the body and its movements, there is less room for agitating thoughts to spin us into a worry. This restful but dynamic state is available to us all of the time, and it's also the best way to encourage us to pull all of our attention on how walking feels as we're doing it. Let yourself become the walking and enjoy how connecting and peaceful that experience can be. So as you guessed it, we're going to be walking a little bit. Other ways too that you could use this is in yoga, or if you're learning a new dance move, you have to really be paying attention to your breath, your body, what's happening in your body. But today we're just going to keep it simple. So I'm going to get up, I'm going to take a few steps back so you can hopefully see my feet and what I'm doing. If you have the space at home, I would really encourage you to try this with me. However, you're also welcome to watch this and then try it on your own. So I'm going to back up and hopefully I'll talk a little louder so you can hear me as well. All right, give me just 1 second. So you don't need a ton of space. I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna walk closer to the camera so you'll probably be able to see my feet while I'm back here, but as I approach, you might not be able to see it as well. And then we're gonna try to mix it up a little bit too. So as you're doing this, sometimes people have the inclination to close their eyes. You are welcome to do that. It will help you feel things a little bit more. However, just note that it will throw off your balance. So if that feels like too much, we're just gonna look down at the ground in front of us. All right, so we're gonna start. So I'm going to start with my feet hip width distance apart, again, just to kind of help with stance. So we're going to be walking very, very slowly and with intention. So we're gonna take a cleansing breath just to start. Take a big one in through the nose. Let it out through the mouth. And we'll start. So we're gonna start with, I'm gonna start with my right foot. It might look like my left in the video. So we're gonna put all the weight in your left foot, and then we're gonna nice and slowly, with intention, start to bring your foot down, heel, ball, toe. Then when you can't keep your left foot on the ground any longer, we'll lift it up, heel, ball, toe. I'm not going to narrate the whole thing. I'm going to let you have some space, but really start to feel what the ground feels like underneath your feet. Where those pressure points are changing. Also notice any thoughts that pop up about how slow you're going, or if you have an inclination to speed up. We're gonna come with our feet together, and then we're gonna mix it up a little bit. We're gonna start to walk backwards. So go nice and slow, and if you start to tip over at all, you can try again. Or if it feels like too much, just stick with the going forward. You can just back up and do it again. So I'm gonna start with my right foot again. So weight's in my left foot. I'm gonna bend my right knee and I'm gonna step back, toe, ball, heel. Nice and slow. Toe, ball, heel. Remember to breathe. We'll come with the feet back together. Take a moment just to notice the feet. Notice the floor underneath you. My floor feels a little cold. And we'll end the way we started with a nice deep cleansing breath, taking it in through the nose and sigh it through the mouth. Wonderful job. So again, you can use this with other activities that you're engaging in. If you're into sports ball and you're maybe kicking a ball or throwing a ball, really noticing all those muscle groups, how those change as you release it, or when you switch from one foot to another. You can use this in yoga, as I mentioned before, noticing weight distribution on the feet or the hands or the knees, whatever are touching the ground. And another fun way to use this, if this feels like too tough, it's really cold in New Hampshire where I am. However, this can be helpful on days you're willing to venture outside, but also in the spring and summer and fall as well. So another fun way to use this is to go for a walk. So while you're walking, you might not be as mindful about your feet, especially if you have shoes on, that can change things, but maybe being mindful about your surroundings. So even if it's your own neighborhood, or even if you're walking around your own house, if you don't want to venture outside because of the cold, then acting like it's a space you've never been in before and trying to explore it like you're a tourist, like you're kind of taking a tour of this space, and just really being mindful about all of your surroundings, like looking at things in great detail and really taking that time to stop and look at everything around you and see what you notice. Be mindful, if it's your house, you might notice some dust mites and stuff, and trying not to let the mind run away with that. We can always bring it back if we get distracted. But doing your best to just take it all in like you've never been there before. And if we pair this with walking or with movement, it can be really helpful as well, because when we also have to be like more coordinated, but we also, when we're moving, the scenery's changing often too. So I really hope you guys enjoyed this today. I hope that you're able to practice. And as always, I hope you have a mindful day. Goodbye.